y'all, Erin here. I'm a homeschool mama to 3 kiddos, and today I'm going to give you our 9-week homeschool update. So, the first one I'm going to talk about is my first grader. We are going through learning God's story with him, and it is going really well. We got a couple breakthroughs I'm going to talk about in the video for this past 3 weeks, and I'm very excited to share those things. What I still love, my very favorite thing about this first grade curriculum is this book. I love starting our morning right with devotions. It has been so lovely. Favorite thing still, we do this book on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and then we do this one on Mondays and Fridays because I like devotions so much now. And then right after we do our devotions, we go into our proverb. Each week we have a new proverb that we're learning. So Monday we introduce it, Tuesday Timothy copies it, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday he practices memorizing it. And then I just kind of hang this up in our school area so we can refer to it throughout the week. Then I asked Timothy what he would like to do next, and usually he chooses math. And so far we are just loving this book. This is the book that came with the My Father's World curriculum, and it is fun. It's a fun math book, so he's really enjoying it, and I'm so happy for that we're building that foundation of math being fun. And then we go into language arts, and I talked previously, this one has not always been his favorite, but one of our breakthroughs has been with this book. During this 3 weeks, I asked him one day if he would like to do his lesson somewhere else in the house, and he chose the living room. And I'm gonna have my husband insert a photo either right here or here. And so we came to the living room, and he had this on the floor, and he was laying on the couch, and he was wiggling and moving, but he did the best that he's ever done. He had a great attitude, he answered the questions, he was reading. I was like, he needs more movement, and he needs more breaks, and he needs a little bit more freedom in choosing. Well, since that day, this has gone so much better. So if you are struggling anything like that, I suggest maybe changing up a little bit or maybe adding some more movement into your homeschool day. And then on Mondays, we do our poetry. I like this book so much. It's working really well for us. We just usually read the poem. Sometimes we do art with it, painting or drawing, something with that. But I do enjoy this. This is on Mondays. For science, we get introduced to the science topic on Mondays, and then we revisit it occasionally throughout the week. So for science topics, this 3 weeks, it was on the seasons, rain, and also thunder and lightning. And surprisingly, we actually had some rain, which was very unusual for this area. Usually it just rains in the December, January, February timeframe. So that was kind of interesting that we were learning about rain, and it happened to rain here. For our Read-Alouds, we did A Grain of Rice, which I really enjoyed. We actually read this in one sitting. And then I just discovered these books. I don't know if you've read them before, but I am now a big fan. I love them. This is the Magic Treehouse series. I bought the whole set. And we have just actually been flying through these. You can read them at like 2 chapters at a time, or half the book in one sitting, or actually even the whole book. But my preschooler is actually sitting and listening to these as well. They've got some pictures in there. They're very creative and fun to follow along with. So I'm a huge fan of these. And then our second breakthrough was reading. I put the Bob books aside, and I had Timothy pick out which books he wants to read each day. And this is going so much better. He's had so much better attitude about this. I help him a lot, but he's getting better and better and more confident and more comfortable reading, and I've seen so much improvement. So then my next tip, if you are having a struggling reader, is to find something that interests them, because he likes these characters so much he wants to read it. So these have been a big hit, and I have been so pleased with how that's turning out. And then one more thing I want to talk about for history, we are working on right now, learning that the Bible 66 books, who wrote the Bible, and also some different geography and land maps from the Bible times. And then also one more thing, and then one other thing that we did, like I said, we had 3 breakthroughs. Third breakthrough is we decided to do a small incentive. Working on that attitude, I told Timothy I didn't really care so much if he did things perfectly, but I wanted him to have a good attitude when it came to school time. So there's these little Legos that are Avenger characters that he really enjoys. They're $5 each. And I said, if you can be a good attitude for each day of the week, you can get one of those characters, and it's worked. So since we started that, it's been dramatically different, great attitude, and I don't know if that'll work for everyone, but it's been working for us. So it was just a small incentive that has been helping so much. Okay, moving on to my daughter. She is 3, and we are doing All Aboard the Animal Train. And I say this every time, but I just love this curriculum so much. It is just so gentle and just nice. The books are great, the topics are good, everything flows together so well. So on Monday, it covers the virtues, and for this time, we are in the duck unit. And so duck is patient. I love this book so much. Tuesday, our story was the fuzzy duckling. Wednesday was her Bible story. Thursday was out of the big treasury of animals, and we did, of course, the duckling out of there. Friday is her poem, and then we worked on her little poster, God is patient, so Evie, Timothy, Titus, Mama, and Papa are patient. So duck, and then color yellow. And then we have a couple read-alouds that I just already had on my shelf. Duck and Goose, we got this from Chick-fil-A. Make Way for Ducklings, this came from our kindergarten curriculum. The Ugly Duckling. And my favorite, Can I Join Your Club? And this little duck is the main character, and he is so sweet because at the end of the story, he makes a club so everyone can join, and very cute. Also, we did use the cookie cutters for sandwiches. This is still such a huge hit, great idea. Both my kids still really like this game. You just cut them out and hide them and find them, and they still want to do it each week, and it's a lot of fun. And then, this was October that we did our duck unit, and so I found these cute little pumpkins with little ducklings in them, and I got a whole bunch of them for Evie, and she actually would play with them in her room. They were Mama and Papa duck and baby ducks, and they would do all sorts of little things. So this was a little fun thing that we did for her as well. And then my CD's in the van, but we are still enjoying our songs. And other than that, we're just trucking along. We are enjoying it. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.